when we get to verse 10 in Isaiah 53, where it talks about the reward that will be given to this servant if he will offer himself up, if he will accept all this suffering, the reward is, it says in Isaiah 53 verse 10, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days. In other words, God is blessing him that he will have seed, he will have children, and he will prolong his days. Now when it comes to prolonging days, Jesus loses coming or going. What do I mean? Well, if Jesus is a divine being, and he's an eternal being, then how can you prolong infinity, right? To say that you'll prolong his days is kind of ridiculous, because if he's a preeminent figure that has been existing for eternity, how can you prolong eternity? And if we say that he was a man, well, we know that he was killed between the age of 30 and 33. That's by no means prolonging days. And when we talk about seed, Christians will often say that Jesus did fulfill this because he had many disciples. So they clearly take this as not literal, but figurative children, i.e. pupils, disciples can be considered children. However, if you look in the Hebrew in this verse, it uses the word zera, a very stark expression, where zera is a word for seed. It is also the biblical word for sperm, and it always refers to physical offspring. We have a clear example of this in Genesis chapter 15 verse 2, where what happens is Abraham was complaining to God, what can you already give me? I don't have any children, right? And the one that's going to inherit me, Ben Demesek Basi, the son of my home, is Eliezer. So Eliezer is the one that's going to be inherited, and he calls Eliezer a Ben. However, I have no Zerah. And then we see a clear contrast between Zerah and Ben. Eliezer may be called a son figuratively. However, he's not a Zerah. He's not a physical offspring. And God tells him not to worry, because only that which comes out of your bowels, in other words, your physical seed, will inherit you, i.e. God promises him a son, Isaac.